The sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912 was a tragic event that claimed the lives of more than 1,500 people. While it is difficult to pinpoint a single factor that led to the sinking, several mistakes and oversights contributed to the disaster. Let us tell you 6 significant mistakes that played a role in the sinking of the unsinkable Titanic, but first subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more informative videos. Insufficient number of lifeboats. One of the most glaring mistakes was the lack of an adequate number of lifeboats on board the Titanic. At the time, maritime regulations required ships over a certain size to carry a specific number of lifeboats, but the Titanic only had enough to accommodate about half of its total capacity. This oversight was partly due to the belief that the ship was unsinkable, which led to complacency in terms of lifeboat provisions. Speeding through an ice field, the Titanic was traveling at near maximum speed through an area known for its icebergs. Despite receiving multiple iceberg warnings throughout the day, the ship maintained its speed, primarily driven by the desire to set a new speed record on its maiden voyage. This decision significantly reduced the time available for the crew to react and avoid colliding with the iceberg. Inadequate binoculars for lookouts. The lookouts stationed in the crow's nest of the Titanic were not equipped with binoculars. This equipment would have provided them with enhanced visibility, allowing for earlier detection of icebergs in the ship's path. The absence of binoculars potentially delayed the sighting of the iceberg and hindered the crew's ability to take evasive action. Insufficient communication of ice warnings. The wireless radio operators on board the Titanic received several iceberg warnings from other ships in the area, but these warnings were not consistently passed onto the bridge. The radio operators were preoccupied with transmitting passenger messages rather than relaying vital information about the ice conditions. As a result, the bridge was unaware of the full extent of the danger ahead. Design flaws. The Titanic had a design flaw that made it vulnerable to sinking. It was divided into 16 watertight compartments, which were believed to be capable of keeping the ship afloat even if 4 of the compartments were breached. However, the compartments were not completely sealed at the top, allowing water to spill over from one compartment to another. This flaw led to a cascading effect as the water flooded multiple compartments, causing the ship to sink. Improper handling of lifeboat evacuation. During the evacuation, there were several mistakes made in handling the lifeboats. Firstly, many of the lifeboats were launched only partially filled, as there was a widespread belief that the ship was unsinkable and passengers were reluctant to leave the safety of the vessel. Additionally, there was a lack of effective organization and coordination in the launching and loading of the lifeboats, resulting in some boats being launched with empty seats while others were overloaded. It is important to note that these factors interacted in complex ways, and the sinking of the Titanic was ultimately the result of a combination of errors, misjudgments, and unfortunate circumstances.